A very good morning, good afternoon, good night, whenever you will watch this video. So today our topic is subject-verb agreement. So I hope you are ready with your pen and paper. So without wasting much time, let us start this video. Now subject-verb agreement means what? That subject and verb both must agree with each other in numbers. Both must agree with each other in numbers means what? That we will understand. That singular subject, if it is used in a sentence, then you have to use singular verb. And if plural subject is used in a sentence, then you should use plural verb. That means what? Singular means number, that is singular means number. Plural means number, that is also plural means number, means more than one number. So if singular subject is there, so singular verb you will use, and if a plural subject is there, you will use plural verb. That is the meaning of what? That subject and verb both must agree with each other in numbers. Now we'll understand this thing. Singular subject means what? Singular verb means what? So over here I have written which one? That without s or es, whatever subjects are there, these subjects are singular. Singular means what? Without s or es, that is singular subject. And singular verb means what? So with s or es, if verb is there, then it is known as singular verb. One more time. Without s or es, subject is singular, and with s or es, verb is singular. How? We will take one example over here. The dog barks. So over here subject is which one? That dog is subject. That subject is in form of singular. Why? Because singular subject means what? Without s or es. That means over here in this subject, s or es is not used. That means with a singular subject you have to use singular verb, that is your verb. And to bark is a verb, so with that bark you have to provide s. Why? Because with s or es, with s or es, whatever verb is there, that verb is singular. So singular subject, singular verb. Okay, now we'll understand plural subject means what? Plural verb means what? So plural subject means what? With s or es, whatever subject is there, that is known as plural subject. And without s or es, whatever verb is there, that is your plural verb. That we'll understand by taking one that sentence. How? The dogs bark. That dogs is what? That is your subject. Over here s is used with that subject, that means that subject is which subject? Plural subject. So that with that plural subject you have to use plural verb. Plural verb means what? Without s or es. That means over here s or es is not used. Why? Because subject is plural, so verb must be plural. Okay, now this all rules are correct only for present tense and third party singular. Third party singular means what? He, she, it. So he, she, it, all these subjects are known as a singular subject. So with that singular subject, singular verb you have to use. Singular verb means what? Over here I have written with s or es. And with remaining you, they, we, they are what? They are plural subject. So with you, they, we, you should use plural verb. Plural verb means what? Without s or es. Now this concept we will understand clearly by taking some examples. Here first is based on singular subject, singular verb, and over here I have written plural subject, plural verb. So over here we will see first monkey. Monkey is subject, it is without s or es, so that is your singular subject. With singular subject, singular verb will come. Singular verb means what? With s or es. So I will write monkey eats banana. Similarly, monkeys means that is your plural verb with plural verb. Sorry, that is your plural subject. With plural subject you have to use plural verb. Plural verb means what? Without s or es. So I will write monkeys eat banana. Similarly, this child. Child is a subject, singular verb. Sorry, singular subject, drinks with s or es, singular verb. Then children, plural subject. So with that, without s or es, plural verb, drink you have to use. Similarly, he means what? Singular subject. With s or es, you have to use a singular verb. Similarly, they is subject, that is your plural subject. With that plural verb, you have to use without s or es. She dances, singular subject, singular verb. We dance, plural subject, plural verb. Your shirt, singular subject, singular verb. Then your shirts, plural subject, plural verb without s or es. Okay. Now these rules are not applicable to past tenses. Why? Because over here I have written one sentence. Monkey ate banana. Past. Monkey ate banana. So if subject will be singular or plural, whatever verb is there, that would be as it is. So over here plural subject. Then also verb is same, past. Okay, so that table is there. From that also you will get some idea that over here subject is there, verb is there. First we'll discuss about present. So in present, first one is I. With that, am is the that verb. Next is a singular subject, he, she, it. Singular verb is. Next is plural subject, you, we, they. With that plural subject, plural verb are will come. Similarly for the past, singular subject I, he, she, it. With that plural verb singular verb will use, which is was. Now next is plural for past tense. For plural subjects are you, we, they, and whatever plural verb is there, that is your verb. That example we will understand over here. First is for present. With I, am will come. That verb, that subject, both will agree with each other. I am a driver. Over here for past, with I, was will come. I was a driver. Next is he. So he is a singular subject. So with singular subject, singular verb, is will come. Similarly for the past, that is your he was. So he is a singular subject. With that singular verb will come. And next is we. We means what? That is a plural subject. We means plural subject. With plural subject, plural verb will come. We are going. And next for past, we. Plural subject. With that plural verb, we were going. Now we'll discuss the next rule. Next rule is when subject starts with one off. That means before subject, if word is one off, then it is considered as singular. So whenever before the subject, if you will find one off word, so whatever subject is there, that is considered as singular. And with that singular subject, whatever verb is there, that verb should be or verb must be singular. Okay. So over here some examples are there based on this rule. One of my teachers. That is one of my teachers. So many teachers are there, and among them one teacher is there. One of, and that is your my teacher is subject. So that subject is in plural actually, but before that subject one of word is used. That is why that subject is considered as singular. And with singular subject, singular verb will come. Singular verb means what? With s or es. So with s or es, teaches, singular verb is used. Okay, next is one of my friends. Again, my friends. That is a plural subject, but actually it is not plural subject, it is singular subject. Why? Because before that subject, that word one of is used, so that subject is considered as singular. And with that singular subject, singular verb is there. Singular verb means what? Has. Plural verb means what? Have. Okay. Next is one of his uncles. So many uncles are there. Among them, one uncle is there. So one of his uncles, again plural subject, but in before that one of word is used, so that subject is considered as singular subject. With singular subject, singular verb will come. Singular verb means what? With s or es. So instead of leave, you have to use leaves. Next door to my house. So that is your important rule. Next rule is that when subject is made with two or more nouns. In a subject, if two or more nouns are there, then it is considered as plural. Simple rule is there. So plural verb is used. That rule we will understand with the examples like Ram and Balram. Ram is a noun, Balram is a noun. So when subject is made with two or more nouns, then it is considered as plural. So Ram and Balram, that is your plural subject. So with that plural verb will come. Is means singular verb, that are means plural verb. Ram and Balram are good friends. Next sentence, my father and mother. My father and mother, that is your father, that mother, both are nouns. Subject is constructed with the help of more than one noun, then that subject, whole subject is considered as plural subject, and with that plural subject, plural verb are is used. Last sentence, Rahul and Vivek, two nouns. Rahul is a noun, Vivek is a noun. Two nouns. That means what? Subject is constructed with two nouns. So that subject is plural subject. With that plural subject, plural verb will use. Okay. Have gone to school. Now next rule, when two or more nouns represents the compound name. Supposing two nouns are there in a subject or in a sentence, and both of them represents the compound name. Compound name means what? Single name. Then they are considered as singular, and singular verb is used. Now which type of two nouns represents a single name, and how we can say that the two nouns are there, then also that subject is singular. So over here examples are there, that bread and butter. Bread and butter. These are the two nouns. Bread is a noun, butter is a noun. But bread, butter represents one combined name or one compound name, and that is your single name. Bread and butter, single name. So that is why this type of two nouns are considered as singular subject. So with singular subject, singular verb is used, is very costly. Another type of example of compound noun which represents a single word, you can say, or single subject, like roti and sabji. Roti and sabji. So roti and sabji are two different nouns, but these two nouns represents what? Compound word or single word. So roti and sabji is, that is your the singular verb, is good for lunch. You cannot say are. Why? Because roti and sabji represent single name. Okay, next, eggs and bacons. Eggs and bacon, that is your compound name. Compound name means single subject. So with single subject or singular subject, singular verb is in the plate, is used. Now we'll see the next rule. Next rule is when subject is in the form of height, weight, distance or amount of money, then subject is considered as singular. So with singular subject, singular verb will come. How? That we will see in the form of examples, like 5,000 rupees. Now 5,000 rupees, it is your subject. Now that subject is plural. If you will say that 5,000 rupees, plural, more than one rupee, plural. But the rule says what? That if subject is in the form of amount of money, then it is considered as singular. So with singular subject, now that is your singular subject. Why? Because that subject having in which form? In form of amount of money. So singular subject, with that singular subject you will use singular verb. So 5,000 rupees is not a good amount. You cannot say are, otherwise it will be incorrect. Okay, next, 10 kilometer distance. Now subject is what? 10 kilometer distance. Plural? No. Rule is what? When subject is in the form of distance, 10 kilometer is in the form of distance. So then subject is considered as singular. So 10 kilometer distance is considered as singular. So with singular subject, singular verb is will come. Okay. Is not a long distance to travel. Next, 80 kg. 80 kg. You will say, sir, it is your plural subject, but 80 kg means what? It represents weight. So when subject is in form of weight, then subject is considered as singular. So with singular subject, I will say singular verb is will come, is my weight. You cannot say 80 kg are my weight. Wrong. Okay. Now next rule is there for subject verb agreement. If subject is in form of title, then it is considered as singular. Subject is there. If subject having some title, then it is considered as singular, and with singular subject, singular verb will come. How? That we will check with the help of example. First example is what? 5 idiots. was written by Ramesh. Over here, 5 idiots, that is your plural subject. So with plural subject, you have to use plural verb. Verb you have to use instead of was. But rule is what? That if subject is in the form of title, that is your title. 5 idiots. Title of what? Title of some book or some movie. So 5 idiots, that is your title. So whenever subject is in the form of title, then it is considered as singular. And with singular subject, was means singular verb is used. Okay. Next, around the world in 10 days. Again, that is your title. That means title means singular subject. So singular verb you will use. So around the world in 10 days is very good book. Okay. Next is 10 days in house. Again, that is your title. 10 days in house. Title of what? Title of movie. So 10 days in house, that is a title. So that is known as singular subject. With singular subject, singular verb is there. So 10 days in house was a good movie, not were a good movie. Okay. So we will continue with the next rule, that with subject, if article a and the is present, then it is considered as plural. So in a subject, if articles are there, a and or the, then subject is considered as plural. And with that, whatever verb is there, that is also plural. Okay, that we'll try to understand. The director and the producer. The director and the producer. The article is there. Yes, the article is there. Director and producer. So with subject, if article a and the is present, then it is considered as plural. Okay. So the director and the producer, plural subject. Plural subject. The article is present. Plural subject. So plural verb will there. Have. Plural. Has means singular. Okay. Now same sentence if you will write like that. What? The director and producer. The is not used. The director and producer. So the director and producer, that means article is not used. And if article is not used, then it is a singular subject. If article is used over here with subject, if article is used, then it is considered as plural. But over here article is not used, so that subject is a singular. So with singular subject, singular verb is there, which is has. So have is not used. Okay. Now the director and producer means what? It is a singular subject, but we are saying that it is there are two subjects, two nouns are there. So that is your plural subject, but we are saying singular subject. Why? Because the director and the producer means whatever director is there, same person is your producer. That means over here director and producer, both persons are same. That means single person is there who is director as well as who is producer. So that is why we are saying it is a singular subject. So singular verb. Next sentence. The coach and captain. The coach and captain, over here article is not used. Not used means a singular subject. Supposing Ramesh is coach, so same person is captain. Why? Because the article is not used over here. So the coach and the captain, coach and captain both are same. Singular subject. So with that singular verb is that is playing. Now we'll see the last two rules. These are the two last rules for subject verb agreement. So next rule is what? That everyone, someone, anyone, if such type of subjects are there, so all these subjects, everyone, someone or anyone, these subjects are considered as singular. So with singular subject, singular verb will come. Okay, let us see with the example. Everyone, again that subject is everyone. Everyone means a singular subject. Everyone has to complete the work. Has is verb. Verb in form of what? Singular verb. Singular subject, singular verb. If plural subject is there, so we will use have, plural verb. Okay. Next, someone, that is your subject. Someone, singular subject. So with singular subject, singular verb is used. Someone knows him. Knows means what? That is your singular verb. Singular verb means what? Such type of verb which has s or es. So to know is a verb. With that s or es is there, that means it is your singular verb. So singular subject, singular verb. Next is anyone. Subject is anyone. Again singular subject. With singular subject, singular verb is used. Singular verb means what? With s or es. To require is a verb and we are writing s. That means that is singular verb. Anyone requires the pencil. Okay, last rule for that subject verb agreement: with neither nor, either or, whatever verb is there, that is based on nearest subject. Now that we'll try to understand that whatever verb is there, that is based on nearest subject. When neither nor or either or, such type of things are used in the sentence. So first sentence is neither teacher nor student is responsible for this matter. Okay, in that subject, what we have said, whatever verb is there, that is your verb, is singular verb. That is based on what? That is based on nearest subject. So nearest subject is what? With that verb student. So that subject is in singular form. So verb is also in form of singular. Okay, we will try to understand more that sentence in detail. How? Neither teacher nor students are responsible for this matter. Now whatever verb is there, according to this rule, whatever verb is there, that is based on nearest subject. So nearest subject is what? Students. So if students is there, so that subject is plural, so verb is also plural. But if that sentence is like that, that neither teachers nor student, then also is will come. So verb is based on nearest subject. Last sentence, either my brother or his brother is playing. Again, is, that verb is depending on nearest subject, that is your nearest subject. Nearest subject is singular, so verb is also singular. So that is all about subject verb noun. Now in the next video we will meet with a new topic, which is your noun pronoun agreement. So now I would like to end this video. Till then, read hard, work hard. Thank you very much.